Tonight, this team launched 100 drones looking higher than ever for answers in the heart of the bubble. And what happened next was a burst of strange and unsettling events. Guys, this drone experiment, like previous ones, was incredible and a lot of unexplained activity happening.
They're really good indicators of the phenomena.
They're great canaries in the coal mine.
Yep.
Eric, set this experiment up to me, how it might have differed from past drone experiments and what you were looking for.
Well, you know, our strategy this time is simplicity, right? We want to take these drones into that space over the triangle. We're engaging with that structure that we refer to as the bubble. This is the 2,000-foot radius structure that we have been studying throughout the entire season, as well as that central region over the triangle where we've seen so many disruptions to, of course, drone systems and ground-based systems. We're going to use every instrument aboard those drones. So they've got magnetometers, they have GPS systems, there's also the comms down to the ground.
They've got gyroscopes on them, they've got accelerometers, all sorts of things.
And so, you know, we want to take that swarm as the perfect tool to characterize the space and get all kinds of measurements all the way up to 1,000 feet.
Awesome. But again, even before you get into the experiment, when you're setting it up and you're testing, weird things start happening right off the bat.
Yeah, well, the idea of determining the particular trajectory for the 10 by 10 drone swarm, they needed to know exactly where they were going to go, and so they did a 4-drone test where they took the corners of the grid of the drones and had them fly. And it was really interesting. The drones took off like they were going to fly into the mesa.
Drones are rolling.
Staying in formation pretty good.
Yeah. They definitely seem too far this way.
Yeah, they're way west. They missed the triangle by 40 feet west.
Is that a GPS error? Is that a
GPS
software error?
Yeah, it seems to be a GPS anomaly, if you will, in accuracy.
They're going to hit the mesa.
Yeah, they're gonna bring them home, bring them home.
They're going to hit the mesa. They're going to hit the mesa.
Bring them home, they're gonna hit the mesa.
These guys are the experts globally when it comes to precision choreographed drone events. And so to see this right off the bat, behaving strangely, for them to be so frustrated with the equipment that came perfectly calibrated, and arguably some of their most advanced drones.
They are their most advanced drones, yeah.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, these guys fly thousands of drones all around the world, and they never have these problems. They only have these problems here on Skinwalker Ranch.
And I think it's worth pointing out, too, when we watch, lay people watch these drones in formation, like what looks like a small movement of one drone is actually very important. Even just a small amount of movement in these drone swarms is significant, right?
Yes, they're designed to hold positions within, you know, centimeters.
Is this interference related to what's ever in the mesa, possibly, or the bubble itself? Is it interacting with the bubble in a certain way?
I found one comment very interesting, and that was that as we're going through the setup process, we usually only see this, the amount of interference, if we're setting up on a parking garage with a lot of structural steel in it. And we're out in the middle of the triangle. To my knowledge, we don't have a lot of structural steel under the ground. And so to see them experiencing this interference that they usually only get when they're around a lot of metal and steel is fascinating.
All right, so we have this dubious test. This beginning starts a little shaky, but then the actual experiment begins. And we get the drones up to about 1,000 feet. Tell me what I was seeing there.
Instabilities. There's something up there. As far as we can tell, it's magnetic in nature.
Yeah.
Drone swarm came over the center of the triangle.
The drones look like they're spinning in circles.
Yeah, they look wonky.
Thomas, what elevation are the drones at?
They're 50 feet from hitting that 1,000-foot mark, but the drones are now spinning in place. Something's definitely wrong.
They're coming down.
Drones are descending.
8 seconds. Land mode engaged. 99 back down.
Drones are on the ground.